Hello common people, this is a Common Guy Reviews and I am your lovely host, Pepsi. Say, what is scarier? A clown from a circus or a clown from the outer space? Welcome to the October 2nd Spook Review. This time I watch an old classic, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It is a 1988 American science fiction horror comedy film written, directed and produced by the Kyoto brothers. These guys are what you are looking for if you want to know what your childhood's best movies had behind them, especially in their practical effects. Kyoto brothers are responsible for this in such movies as Robocop, Critters through 1 to 4, Ernest Scared Stupid, Mr. Potato Head Show, Elf and Team America World Police. So a huge shout out to these dudes, they made like most of my childhood through Critters and Ernest, and I salute you for that. But now, back to the evil clowns. Movie is in all of its simplicity about aliens that resemble clowns, but these clowns are horribly bloated and deformed with sharp teeth. They use cotton candy to capture the victims, shoot popcorn out of their guns, and possess an inhuman strength. Movies start with multiple couples cuddling and kissing in a place they call a top of the world. Mike Topako and his girlfriend Debbie Stone spot a shooting star crashing to the nearest forest. After some back and forth, they leave to investigate, and what do they find in the forest? Evil, most vile creatures known to man. Red noses, colorful overalls, and a maniac laugh. The killer clowns strike fear to the heart of the innocents. And then these horrible creatures leave to terrorize the town of the Crescent Cove, and with the help of the local policeman David Hansen, Mike and Debbie are to unravel this sudden invasion. Where do they come from? What do they want? Are they evil or are they good? This movie was kinda awesome, I have to admit. I really loved the rubber suits of those clowns. I loved how they use seemingly everyday clown things like throwing pies and party whistles as a deadly weapons. Violence was comical and there was such amount of overacting that it was just so humorous. You often find this kind of clumsy acting in an old movies, and they usually keep it in such a good level that it doesn't bother you. This movie was a horror comedy and it really delivered what it promised. Then what about the characters, you ask? Well, some I hated and some I loved. All of my hate went to the older bullies Curtis Mooney, who was an absolute asshole from the start to the end. But most of my love went to the Terenzi brothers, Rich and Paul, who in one point sounded kinda like Shaggy, slow, goofy, stoner type dudes. Movie also had a kicker soundtrack. I listened it again day after I watched the movie, and it even had a music video. That's neat. Song bears the same name as the movie, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. One of the movies you really have to see. There are a lot of clowns who kill, but only one and the best killer clowns from outer space. But what are those red-nosed menaces up to today? Well, Wikipedia tells me that the sequel of this movie has been in development hell since it came out in 1988, and fresher news from it are from year 2018. Where NBC Universal Sci-Fi announced that it was in talks to license the rights to make one or more sequels. How exciting times if this comes to true. All things have to end sometimes, even the killer clown invasion. This was my review about the killer clowns from outer space. Clowns that are ready to kill always have room in the Halloween. And this was Common Guy Reviews. I am your lovely host Pepsi, and I'll be with you cloning around in the next review. Goodbye.